This dramatisation is based on actual events. However, certain scenes have been fictionalised, some conversations imagined, and additional characters have been created for dramatic purposes. Basement Productions presents Ambush at Ballyfermot Bridge.
Right, lads. Ready? Only a minute or so. Keep down behind the wall. Wait for my command. And then open up and keep firing till I call a halt.
Jesus, I'm freezing. I didn't expect it to...
Keep it down. They're coming. Stand by. Fire! Keep it going. Okay, cease fire! Move back! It's me! Come on! Come on! Stay down!
Are they flying?
No, keep moving! Fall back to the railway, come on! Keep your eyes on the man in front, this way!
Where are we going, Kevin? On a train?
Just get on, James!
What are we doing on a train? Where are we going?
The driver knows where we're going.
Well, I know the driver knows, but does he know that we're on board? Where's the rest of the men? Are they on board?
Look, James, everyone is on board. If they weren't, we'd know. The boss is it all worked out. Don't worry.
He's a cool one, isn't he? The boss.
He's the OC, officer in command. And his name is Pádraig O'Connor. Now I know that you're new, so I'll tell you this. Whatever he says, do it. Without question. And you'll be alright.
Jesus, I'll tell you. To take on the British Army like that, in Richmond Barracks, with only 7 men, he has some nerve. I don't mind telling you, I was terrified. I thought they were going to charge us any minute.
We took them by surprise. They didn't expect an attack at that hour of the morning. They didn't know what they were up against. We didn't give them time to think.
Yeah, but I still thought they would have charged us. We were only a couple of 100 yards away. Why didn't they?
They would have. Eventually. The boss knew when to get out, and he had a line of retreat worked out. That's how our unit and the other active sabres units operate. Surprise attack, hit and run, and then on to the next one.
Sounds strange. But while we were firing on them, I thought about a friend of mine who lives just across the road. We probably woke him up. I was thinking he'd be looking forward to his breakfast. And here's me, taking on the British fucking army.
Suppose none of us saw this coming. This is our life. For now.
I think I hit one of them. I'm not sure. Funny thing, me hands started shaking when we stopped firing.
They did alright.
Did the attack go alright?
Yeah. I think there's about a dozen hits.
Is that okay? I mean, was that expected, or is it you?
Our job in this unit is to damage the Crown forces, whether it's men, trucks, or equipment, wherever and whenever we can, whether it's 1 or 100. This is where we get off. Come on. There you, Connor. Thanks for coming.
It's good to see you, Kevin, but why here?
Nobody noticed 2 men talking in the street. How's Kathleen and the kids?
They're doing well, thanks. And Sarah?
She's fine. You know she joined up. Coming up on.
Good for her. But that Countess Markovich has a lot to answer for.
So, Connor, when are you going to give that British uniform back?
Oh, here we go again. I'm only back in the country. A wet day. Can you not give it a rest?
I know you're only back. But you can see what's going on. You can't be on their side.
Jesus, Kevin, I've never been on their side. It's just a job. Now, I know we don't speak about each other's military activities.
That will be treason. It will get us both shot.
I know, but I have a bit of good news. You see...
Connor, we're brothers. We get on well. That's because we don't share any military information, right?
Right, yeah. But it seems we're going to be sent down the country by train.
So?
So no one will know me down there. And you know me. I'll just keep myself to myself for a couple of weeks, then I can put in my notice.
How much notice do you have to give?
I think it's 6 months.
6 months? Jesus, Connor, the war will be over by then.
Alright, hold on. I was told that after you've done a certain amount of time, you can make a case for shorter notice.
How short?
I don't know, maybe a month or so.
Sounds like a long goodbye to me.
That's the way it has to be.
When you going down the country?
The 8th, next Friday, from Kingsbridge. We're going down.
Jesus! Don't tell me where you're going.
Yeah, right, you're sorry, yeah.
We're full-time soldiers now, you know, getting paid. The 1st Irish Army since Sarsfield. If you were out, you could join us.
Yeah, I know, but I can't just walk away now. I've only a few weeks to do, and then I'll qualify for a decent pension.
If you survive, that is.
You see, this is it, that's the thing. God forbid, if I was to get it now, do you know what I mean? Kathleen will get that pension.
So it's about money.
No, it's not about money, it's about survival.
This is war. We all have to make sacrifices.
Yeah, well, I accept that when it comes to me, but I'm not prepared to sacrifice my family.
What I don't understand is why you joined up with them in the first place.
Ah, you're younger than me. Back then, life was different. Thousands of Dublin men joined the British Army. It was just an ordinary way for a working fella to make a living.
We can see what's going on now. You see what the towns are doing.
And do you not think I want to do the same to them? It's eating me up, inside, it's tormenting me. I just want to manage myself walking up to them and shooting one of them in the head. The hell with the consequences.
Well then, the sooner you get out, the better. You don't want to be on the wrong side when the truce is declared.
Let me tell you how I came on the wrong side. Back then, there was the usual talk of war. The Brits are always at war, somewhere in the world. Kathleen and me were married. We had one child and another one on the way. And then my job went. And a couple of days work here and there. It wasn't enough to keep me family. So I joined the British Army.
I can understand you wanting a decent life for your family.
And they're going to have it, if it's up to me. What kind of man would I be if I let my family go hungry? What, just so I can feel better about myself?
Connor, you can't just stick your head in the sand and pretend the world hasn't changed since then.
Look, when I joined up, there was no Great War, there was no Rising, there was no Black and Tans, there was no great struggle for Ireland's freedom. At least none that anybody was bothered to talk to me about.
But you have to think about now. We're at war. Every day we're fighting the crown, wherever and whenever we can.
Don't you think I'd rather be out there with you than where I am? We've 4 children, Kevin. I couldn't bear to think of any of them ending up in the Union, or worse. So I'm sticking to my plan just for a couple of weeks more.
Well, I don't know how you can stick to our plan for a minute, never mind a few weeks. Irish men are dying on the streets, and we're targeting any crown forces we come across. Jesus, it could be you. You could be shot on the street, uniform or no uniform.
I'd rather that than see me kids ending up in the workhouse.
Well, it could be me who's doing the shooting. Have you thought about that?
Kevin, I'm going to be going away for a while. There's no chance of that.
And what will your kids think of their father fighting for the enemy? Against the Irishmen, against his brother?
I'm not fighting against you, believe me, I'm doing anything but.
Yeah, well, that's not the way it looks.
I know, but...
But nothing. I'll tell you how it is. You're a traitor to your country, to your family, and to me. You can do what you fucking like. I'm done with you.
Got word back on Richmond Barracks. 15 casualties. An officer and some soldiers killed. Number not confirmed.
Well, I think we're making a dent. They don't seem to have the same swagger about them.
I think you're right, Joe. 6 months ago, they'd have charged us straight away. We're making a dent, alright. A dent in our confidence.
I think you're both right. Any backlash?
People in the surrounding houses were questioned, but nobody was hurt.
Okay. Back to business. We have intelligence that a train will be leaving Kingsbridge Station on Friday at 1 o'clock for the Curragh. It'll be carrying troops and stores. Our orders are to attack it and concentrate on stores and equipment.
This Friday?
Yeah, why do you ask?
What? No reason.
Is this job just for our section?
We'll need a lot of firepower for a short amount of time while the train passes under the bridge. So we need all the men we can muster.
How many troops will be on the train?
I don't know yet. Our orders are to find out what part of the train is carrying the troops and stores and attack it from Ballyfermot Railway Bridge.
What about bombs, grenades, ammunition?
I'll ask HQ what's available in the morning.
Yeah, we've been cutting a fine lately.
I know, Joe. Now, we also have a job at Crumlin Cross on Friday evening. We'll meet here at the Brickworks at 6. Let the men know. By the way, Kevin, how did the new fella James do?
He was a bit nervous, but he did alright.
You had some concerns about him, Joe.
Yeah, I suppose I had. I mean, it was his first taste of action.
I've no concerns. He'll stand behind his gun.
Good enough. Okay, I have to go. See you here tomorrow.
Right, lads, a bit of news. We have orders to attack a train at Ballyfermot Bridge on Friday. We also have orders for a job on Friday evening at Crumlin Cross. We meet in Tenter's Field at 11. And remember your orders. At all times, carry arms, but no identification.
Don't forget to turn up here at the brickworks as usual tomorrow. You probably get orders for an operation in the meantime. And remember, if you're not at home, make sure you leave an address where you can be found.
Joe, could I have a word?
Yeah, sure, Kevin. We'll go over here, come on. What's on your mind?
Well, I was wondering, would you mind if I took the rest of the day off?
Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's a family thing. I just need a bit of time.
Nothing serious, I hope. The ma, she okay?
What? Oh, yeah, she's fine.
You've been together for a good while now, haven't you?
Well, yeah, but...
Look, Kevin, you know yourself. You've nothing on now, but that can change. So, do what you have to do. And if I can help out, you know you only have to ask.
Thanks, Joe.
No bother. I suppose you'll be at home if you need you.
Yeah, of course. If not, I'll leave word where I can be found.
Good luck, Kevin.
See you, Joe.
And then Paddy Wrigley says, Jesus, shooting horses in the name of the Republic, can you imagine?
Hey. What was that about?
I was just telling them about the time we shot the military horses in Market Street. Well, Paddy Wrigley wasn't impressed.
Yeah, still. Shooting a horse will cost them £120 to replace.
And the soldier was worth only 100.
What about mules? There's loads of them.
And there was, until some of them met Simon McInerney.
Listen. Horses, mules, trucks, any equipment we can destroy puts pressure on them.
And cows.
Ah, come on. Fucking cows.
Yeah, listen. Thomas Lillis was practicing shooting in the mountains when he shot a cow. Lucky for him, as it turned out, he got out of there quick. A patrol of Tans heard the shots and arrived on the scene, and as usual, fired a few rounds before asking questions. Of course, they were blamed on killing the cow. The owner got compensation of £20.
So, if he hadn't killed the cow, he would have been captured.
Oh yeah, or killed. He didn't think there was any patrols in the area.
Lucky him.
Anyone heard about talks of a truce?
They're having talks about a truce.
Yeah, God knows when it'll happen.
Do you think it will?
Ah, yeah. The great British Empire knows they can't win this war. Although they won't call it a war. Their propaganda is saying they're fighting criminals. But according to the papers, they're losing that war as well.
If they wanted it, they could flood the country with troops.
Yeah, but they're losing credibility around the world. And they're complaining about the cost of the war as it is. It cost them £20 million last year. And now they're crying about having to guard their soldiers when they're on leave or going into town.
Yeah, they're afraid to go by tram. And for every 2 truckloads going on leave, they have to send another one to guard them.
Do you ever think what'll happen if there's a truce?
What do you mean?
What'll we do?
What do you mean, what'll we do?
We've been living this life for some time now. It's all we think about, from first thing in the morning to last thing at night. There's some that might miss it.
Are you mad? Who'd miss their life being in danger every day?
I'm just saying. It's become a way of life for us. And someday we're going to wake up as civilians. Our daily work as soldiers fighting for our country and ourselves, gone.
I know what you mean, Michael. Right now, we have the authority to go onto any premises and commandeer whatever we need in the name of the Republic. But in peacetime, he wouldn't be let near most of them.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I suppose I'll have to go back to mending shoes in the workshop.
Or maybe the workhouse. Well, who knows what it'll be like then. Anyway, now is not the time for a truce. We're winning.
That won't be up to us. That'll be up to the politicians.
Where is this Ballyfermot Bridge?
Out past St. Jacob, where we ambushed the RIC patrol in March.
I heard about it, but I wasn't there.
The Nugget Boot Polish Factory.
Ah, yeah. Bluebell.
Well, Ballyfermot Bridge is nearby.
What happened at the RIC ambush?
We drove one of the trucks we seized to Bluebell Lane and set fire to it. The boss heard that the RIC were coming to inspect it. We decided we should ambush them when they were returning to their station.
Yeah, we took up positions between the Sevenlock Bridge and the Ballyfermot Bridge.
I think it was you, Joe, Simon, Jimmy, Paddy Wrigley and myself opened fire on them.
Yeah, and we took 2 of them down. One ran away into the fields. The sergeant, Hallisey, he got past us and was heading for the bridge when Paddy stepped out from cover, levelled his revolver at him, fired and took him off his bicycle. Hallisey went for his rifle, but Paddy didn't flinch, took aim and fired again. That was it. Hallisey was dead. We took off through the allotments and back to Inchicore.
Did you not take their guns and ammunition?
Normally we would, but the boss thought the man who ran away could be in a position to snipe us from the bushes, and we'd used up our ammunition.
Yeah, we better move off now. We've been here long enough.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see you tomorrow. Are you coming, George?
Yep.
James, before you go,
Yeah?
you're kind of close to Kevin, aren't you?
Yeah. He brought me in.
You didn't notice anything unusual about him lately?
No. Something up?
He's just not himself the last couple of days. Just keep an eye on him.
Yeah, sure.
Good. Thanks, James. See you later.
Kevin, come in.
I'm looking for Connor.
He's not here. He left for the barracks.
When do you expect him?
God knows. His next leave, I suppose. Is there something wrong, Kevin?
No, it's just... Can you contact him?
Well, I could write him a letter.
Nah, they take too long. Besides, the letters will be checked.
What is it, Kevin? What are you so anxious about?
I can't say.
You and him had a few words, didn't you?
He told you?
Well, he didn't say much. You know him. Silent night.
Yeah, we had a bit of a row, alright.
There's a war going on. He's on one side and you're on the other, and you're telling me he's had a bit of a row?
It's just between the two of us.
Well, whatever it was, it affected him. He was upset about it.
Did he say anything?
No, but I could tell. Kevin, there's something wrong. What is it?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just a stupid argument, that's all. It's nothing to worry about.
Listen, Kevin, I know Connor. Since he came home, he's been very quiet. He used to talk about one or two friends he had in the army. Now I can't get 2 words out of him.
I suppose it's a bit awkward for him, being in the British Army and all.
And you and the other one, he doesn't know who his friends are or where he fits in anymore.
Look, Kathleen, I'm sure it'll all work out.
That's what has me worried, Kevin. How will it work out? A lot of RIC policemen have been killed just for being in the service. Execution seemed to be the answer on both sides. When in doubt, shoot first, ask questions after. Men on their fucking guns.
Kathleen, you're getting upset over nothing. It won't come to anything like that.
Kevin, tell me the truth. Is he in danger?
No, Kathleen, you're letting your imagination run away with you.
I just wish he was out of it altogether, or out of the country at least.
Look, Kathleen, don't be worrying. You're getting yourself worked up for nothing. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Well, he's very stubborn when he sets his mind on something.
Who are you telling?
And you're the same. But I think it'd take more than a row to tear you asunder.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. When he comes home, we'll ask him to send me a message right away.
I will, Kevin. And promise me, you'll tell me if you hear anything, will you?
Of course I will, Kathleen. I'll see you later.
Goodbye, Kevin.
Okay, tomorrow, Friday, Pat McRae is bringing a Thompson gun for us. Jimmy McGuinness will be with him. He's trained in using it, so that'll be his job. It's their responsibility to return it to the arms dump in Abbey Street afterwards.
What kind of a gun is it, Thompson?
It's American. They call it an automatic rifle. It has a drum of 50 cartridges, and it'll fire them in the blink of an eye. Looks like we'll be the first in Ireland to use it in action.
What about grenades and ammunition for the job?
HQ has approved the provision of grenades and some extra ammunition from the Inchicore works. They'll be at the bridge at 12:30. We're also going to use fire as a weapon on this job. It should be effective in destroying their stores and equipment. And it'll be hard to fight a fire on a moving train. Paraffin and petrol in 2-gallon drums is arranged to be at the bridge, and a load of sacks. Joe McGuinness, you look after them.
Okay, so what's the plan?
A motorbike rider will let us know at which carriage to start the attack. He'll get there a few minutes before the train. Also, just in case, we'll put a man on the pass bridge to identify the carriage. Simon McInerney, you organise that.
Will do.
I've arranged for a few gallons of grease from Ichicor Works to be stashed near the pass bridge to grease the tracks. George Nolan and Michael Stack will look after that job.
Yeah, no problem.
Don't forget, you must have a solid line of retreat. I know yous all know the area like the back of your hand. Just don't be complacent. And don't have any weapons on you if you're stopped. Any sign of a patrol, dump them.
We could bury them in the allotments and get them after dark.
What about the curfew? Patrols?
We'd come back along the railway tracks. They don't patrol them.
Okay, just be sure of your way out. And remember, no matter what damage we do, it'll count for nothing if any of us are caught. Our success depends on us inflicting harm on them without suffering harm ourselves. If they catch one of us, they'll consider it a victory. It may be a costly victory, but still a victory. Any questions? Okay. We'll meet at Tentersfield at 11 o'clock. Let's cycle to Ballyfermot.
Sarah, sorry, were you waiting long?
No. Is there something up, Kevin?
I just wanted to talk to you about something.
Okay. Well, I have to be back by 2.
You know Connor, my brother?
Yeah. Is he alright?
Yeah, it's just that there's a situation now and I don't know.
I'll just come out with it, Kevin.
Yeah. He's going on a train journey with his regiment and we've orders to attack it.
Oh my God. You have to tell him.
I can't find him. I called to the house. Kathleen said he was going back to the barracks. I watched the barracks last night. No sign.
But did you tell her?
No, I couldn't tell her. She'd go mad. She'd be down to the barracks banging on the door. She wouldn't care if she got us all arrested.
When's that happening?
Tomorrow.
And can you not get it called off?
No. If they thought I knew anything about British troops movement, I'd be court-martialed.
Maybe you shouldn't be there when it happens.
We have to be there. Suppose I didn't turn up and a patrol just happened along. They'd think it was me who tipped them off. You know what they do to informers.
But your brother...
I know.
I could go into the barracks, tell them I'm his wife. They'd have to let me see him.
No. They told you for hours while they interrogated you. You don't know enough about Connor. You'd never get away with it. You'd be arrested.
But what if they got an anonymous tip-off?
They'd set a trap for us. And God knows how many would be killed.
It's war, Kevin. It throws up these situations.
We had a row, me and him. I shouldn't have left it the way I did, though. I should have went back.
All families have rows.
I know, but I said it to him. I actually told him that it could be me shooting at him, and now...
You couldn't have seen this coming.
That's the thing. I did see it coming. It's happening every day, sure. I just couldn't convince him. He said he was sticking to his plan. He'd leave when it suited him, war or no war. What's that saying? God smiles when men make plans. In Colin's case, he must have been laughing his head off.
Look, you can't blame yourself. You couldn't have known.
Maybe not. I just wish Connor would realise what's going on around him. He's probably thinking that he'd be heading off for a few days, relaxing in the country. Jesus, he mightn't even make it past Ballyfermot.
Kevin, you can't think like that.
I know. I'll keep a watch on the barracks tonight until curfew. You never know, I might catch sight of him.
And I'll come with you.
No, I don't want you mixed up in this.
I'm already mixed up in it. Anyway, it'll be less suspicious if you're with a girl, won't it?
I suppose. They're becoming more suspicious every day. There's spies everywhere.
They're frightened. They don't know who to trust. And neither do we.
I know. They could be watching us right now.
Our intelligence is just as paranoid as theirs. Besides, a courting couple won't attract attention.
The towns don't care if we're a courting couple or not. And that's why I'm nervous about you coming tonight.
Unless, of course, you want to bring someone else.
Stop messing. You know there's no one else.
When I got your message, I thought I was being brought to the La Scala tonight.
Saturday. Is that okay?
Yeah. And this'll be over. With no one hurt, please God.
Everyone here, Joe?
Yes, sir. The tracks are greased. Pat McRae and Jimmy McGuinness arrive at the Thompson.
Petrol, paraffin, sacks?
Yeah, we just unloaded them.
Okay. Get your man out of here.
Will do. Okay, job done. Move off now. No spectators.
Kevin, James, warn the cottagers. Joe, you organise the sacks. I'll give you a hand throwing them on the train.
I'll get them ready to throw on the train as soon as it comes out under the bridge.
Michael, your job is to add fuel to the fire. Dump the petrol on the train as it enters the bridge.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Jimmy, take a position at the side of the parapet there. Paddy Rigney, split the rest of the men and bring them down to the embankments on each side of the track. We'll throw the grenades onto the train from the bridge. Open fire at the signal. And remember to aim low. Good luck, lads.
Kevin, I heard there could be 1,000 troops on the train.
Suppose that could be. What about it?
What if the train stops and they all pile off? A few of us against 1,000?
Listen, James, whether that train stops or not, we'll hit them with all we have and get out of there. Don't worry. We'll be gone by the time they can react.
I'm looking for the OC.
That's me. Padraig O'Connor.
The train's on time. It won't be far behind me. It's a big train.
What do you mean?
There's between 1,500 and 2,000 troops on it.
Oh, right. What about stores, equipment?
There's plenty. As far as I can see, weapons, Lewis guns, ammunition, and the usual stores and equipment. They're also carrying horses.
What carriage?
Attack it from the second carriage.
Good job. Now go. Attack from the second carriage. Second carriage. Pass it on, second carriage. Kevin, just a minute. I have a message for you.
Message?
Your brother's not in the train.
What? What do you mean?
Look, that's all I have. Now get in position and keep your mind on the job. When this is over, report to the brickwork straight away.
Yes, sir.
Light the sack show. There we go! Give them hell! Fire! Fire! Michael, give me a couple of grenades. Aim for any gas. Joe, pass some of these grenades. Cease fire! Cease fire! That's it. We didn't stop it, but we did a lot of damage. Let's get out of here. Pat and Jimmy, get going with the Thompson. Right, let's go, let's go!
You Kevin Brown?
Yes.
I'm from intelligence. We picked up your brother, Conor Brown.
Is he alright? Where is he?
He's fine. He's in a safe house.
How long will he be held?
Only for a few days. It's for his own safety.
Why was he picked up?
We had a report of a meeting between the two of you.
He's my brother. Of course I met him.
He's an active British soldier and you're a soldier of the Irish Republic. It's our job. He had a letter in his pocket.
What did it say?
It was copied. It's addressed to the commanding officer, Royal Barracks. It says, I can no longer stay in the British Army while it's in conflict with Ireland. I will not wear the uniform or serve the Crown in any way. If I am arrested and forced to serve out my remaining time with the Army, I will do so behind bars. Signed, Conor Brown.
Oh my God. Well done, Conor. But he'll be shot for desertion.
I told you he's in a safe house. In time of war, he would be shot. But they're calling the conflict criminal terrorism. So, he's AWOL. We don't think they'll take any action.
Where'd you pick him up?
He was on his way to the barracks.
So he didn't deliver the letter?
No, it was delivered by our intelligence unit. We put one of our own with it.
What do you mean?
Our letter was addressed to Conor. It basically said that if he didn't leave the British Army at once, he'd be shot. They'd assume he was more afraid of the Irish Republican Army than the might of the British Army.
That's great news. You don't know how much that means to me. I've been worried sick.
Actually, he told us it was after the conversation he had with you that he made up his mind to quit.
It was more of a row than a conversation. When can I see him?
I don't know. A few days, maybe. He asked me to give you this letter. We've read it.
Thanks. Dear Kevin, I'm sorry. I should have listened to you. But I want you to know
that your passion and commitment made me realise that there was none of that on the British side. They don't care about people. They want to rule by force alone. But you're fighting for an idea of freedom, an idea of your own country, an idea that's bigger than any individual's problems, and certainly bigger than mine. And if I could, I'd like to be a part of it. Conor.
That Thompson was some gun.
Yeah, a few more of them and we shortened the war.
I'm just glad it's safely back in the dump. And now she'd have feel lost.
Jimmy, get a paper off that young fella. I want to see the headlines. I think we made a big splash this morning.
Jesus, Papa, look at this.
What does the headline say? Train burned in Ballyfermot?
Oh,
Would you believe it? Look, peace talks, truce declared.